Hello Musketeers and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the Festival of the Holidays that's happening right now at Disney California Adventure. So if you're interested in hearing all the great food and drinks that I got to sample, and maybe you can go sample too, keep watching. Okay, so I was very fortunate to go to the Festival of the Holidays twice this year so far. I am planning on going back one more time. I went on 2 Sundays in a row. We went on the 12th and on the 18th, and actually I vlogged one of those days, so keep your eyes out for those vlogs. Actually, the intro of this video is the intro of that vlog series, but I think it's going to be fun. I brought another first timer to Disneyland. Alright, if you don't know, Festival of the Holidays is something that DCA, Disney California Adventure, is doing for the second time, second annual. I hope they continue doing it because I think that they really figured out how to do it this year. So it's a festival that starts on Buena Vista Street and goes all the way to Paradise Pier. DCA's Festival of the Holidays has 11 booths, and at each booth there's food that's themed around a holiday from around the world. And I really like the booth's themes this year. I thought they did a really cute job, and I thought they priced it very well. So before I get started on what kind of food I got to try, I do want to tell you about annual pass holders discounts. So they don't do an AP holder discount, but what they do is a sip and savor pass. So you go to Seaside Souvenirs, which is over by Goofy Sky School area by that corn dog castle, and you go and buy a sip and savor pass. For $45 you get this lanyard that has this Festival of the Holidays little pass on it badge. Attached to it is also this menu list that shows all of the food offerings at each booth, and it doesn't have prices though, but that's okay. Also, what was attached to this were little tokens, which you can't see because I used them all, but I'm going to insert a picture here. But each sip and savor pass comes with 8 food tokens, so that's roughly about $5.50 per food token. Is my math right? 45 divided by 8 is 562. Rounded up to 63. Anyways, the Sip and Savor Pass has 8 food tokens that you can use on any food item. You cannot use it on any alcoholic beverages. The Sip and Savor Pass this year is actually a really good value. If I recall, the Food and Wine Festival had something like this for annual pass holders, and it was around $60 last year, which means that you had to have chosen the highest priced item at the booth to like kind of break even. So this was awesome. So here's what we did. There were 4 of us, me, Jose, Kelvin, Franzi the first Sunday, and me, Jose, Kelvin, and Sierra on the second Sunday. So what we did was we bought 2 Sip and Savor passes. We have 3 annual pass holders in my group, and we just each got 4 snack items on each day. So we bought 2 on the first Sunday, we each got 4 tokens, and we bought 2 on the second Sunday, and we each got 4 tokens then. And that gave us a very good sampling, and honestly I was pretty full. 8 tokens I feel is good if you're coming back multiple days, but 8 snack items, I mean they can be pretty hefty. It depends on what you get. I'm gonna go through each booth and tell you just what we got at each booth. I don't have pictures of everything that we ate because I'm a failure, but I do have some, and I will make sure to post them right here while I'm talking about them. Another thing you can get at each booth is a tasting passport, and this was adorable. I didn't really use it, but you can write your name in it, and there's like a little passport puzzle. It has all of the festival shopping guides. It tells you about the exclusive Sip and Savor Pass, and then it has a list of all of the food at each of the booths in order, and the drinks. So the Sip and Savor Pass just has the food items, I assume because you can't use the tokens on the alcoholic beverages. But there's beverages that are alcoholic and non-alcoholic on here, and at each booth, if you buy something, they give you a little sticker and you put it in the passport. You can also like write notes of what you like. I thought that was kind of funny. The other thing they're doing this year is that at each booth, if you're an annual pass holder and you use a token, they gave you a little button, but be advised, these buttons hurt. I don't know if they're just like poorly made, but they stab you. and they're just like, they're not doing too good. Really though, be careful with these buttons. At bag check, when I was coming back into the park, the security guy like stabbed his finger. He was bleeding. I was like, I'm sorry, it's your buttons. But I felt really bad about it. So onto the booths. I'm going to use the passport because that has the drinks on it, and we did get to try some of the drinks. So the first booth was chips, breads, and holiday spreads. Things we got from this booth. Oh, by the way, we got stuff from every booth because we're greedy. So the first booth was chips, breads, and holiday spreads, and I got the chicken liver pate with cherry jam and pistachios. It was fine. It was very tiny. And I mean, it was like a Melba toast snack. But I mean, it was good. I don't know. Then they were all out of the chorizo queso fundito there, so we didn't get to get that. Making Spirits Bright was the alcohol booth, and I did get a white wine flight. That was awesome. It had wine from California, New Zealand, and from Italy, so I enjoyed that very much. The third booth is Joy to the Sauce, and we got a couple things from there. So Calvin got the seared salmon fillet, and Jose got the short rib, I think twice, maybe 3 times. I'm not sure. I think 3 people got the short rib, but he loved it. It was one of his like top favorites. Toffee pudding was also super delicious. We split that one. Oh my god, I loved it. As for drinks here, we got the holiday eggnog cocktail. It was very strong. It was potent, but it was also eggnog, and it's Disneyland, so it felt very heavy and very strange to be drinking it on a hot afternoon in Southern California. But nonetheless, very festive. Kelvin also got the apple lemonade and whipped cream and caramel non-alcoholic version from that booth. That was really good as well. I tried it. I liked it. Spicy Celebrations was the next one. There was the Nashville Hot Turkey, and we got it. I've never had Nashville Hot Turkey. I've heard that it's supposed to like have honey on it and a little bit sweeter, but it was spicy, and I very much enjoyed it. I think Sierra enjoyed it too. We also got the beef corn tamale a la plancha with spicy rojo sauce. That was delicious. It was one of my early favorites of the festival holidays. I enjoyed it thoroughly. At the Spicy Celebrations booth for drinks, Jose got the pomegranate margarita, and that was delicious. It really tasted festive, and it was really good. It had a sugar salt rim. So good. Brews and Bites is the 5th booth on the list, and at Brews and Bites, we got nada. Francie waited in line for a pretzel, but then they were out of pretzels, and that line's always crazy long because it says Brews and Bites, so all the dudes are like, beer. Not to gender stereotype, but all the dudes in line were like, beer, and it just looked like a crazy long line, and there's other places to get beer. Moving on to the 6th holiday booth, it's called Holiday Duets, and that line was also really long because they saw mac and cheese there. I did not get the mac and cheese. Instead, I opted for the cold crab salad on warm polenta, and that was so good. That was one of my favorites, and Jose tried it, and he said it was one of his favorites as well. Oh my god. I loved it. I wanted to get it again, but the line for the mac and cheese really backed it up, so I thought, that's okay. At that booth was also the pomegranate mule, which was delicious. It had a spruce sprig thing in it. Rosemary? No, it was rosemary. It was definitely rosemary. Anyways, it was delicious. I loved that one. When you sipped on the mule, Christmas tree scent went in your nose. So I thought that was super festive. The 7th booth is the classic crocks and casseroles, and they had a green bean casserole, which I really wanted to get, but I don't know what happened. I didn't. But we did get the chana masala with the grilled garlic naan, and that was really delicious. It was pretty spicy too. Blissfully Braised is the 8th booth, and that one, we got the pork belly adobo with garlic fried rice. That was so good. I was obsessed with it. And then Jose and Kelvin also got the lamb cheeks. I was able to try some of that. I tried everything. I made everyone give me everything. That was really good. Booth number 9 was a twist on tradition, and at that one, I got the Reuben potato smash. That was the first thing I actually got at the Festival of the Holidays, and that was amazing. Also at that booth, we tried one of our only other desserts other than the toffee pudding, and that was the horchata fudge. Kelvin got that and gave me a bite of it. It was really delicious, very big, and you could bring it home because it was pre-packaged. What else was at that booth was a really interesting drink. It is called the Pumpkin Spice Float cocktail with cream liqueur, vanilla ice cream, and pumpkin seed brittle. So I ordered it, and I watched them make it, and they just took a cup, and they put 3 scoops of vanilla ice cream, poured like this white liquid on top and sprinkled some of that brittle on it. And I was like, what? So it was really, I mean, it's called a float, but it was really ice cream with like a little bit of liqueur on it. But it was delicious, but I mean, it wasn't like a drink. It was definitely an eat it with a spoon because it was 3 scoops of vanilla ice cream. So I shared that and that was really delicious. And then the other weekend, I got the Frosty Frosé, which was blue because it had blue curacao in it. So it was rosé that was just frozen. And that was a very refreshing option for the drinks that are offered at the Festival of the Holidays because it just felt like it made sense. It was frozen, it was warm outside, but it was still kind of festive. I liked it a lot. The next booth is Winter Sliderland. That line was like long sometimes and short other times, but we got the 2 sliders on that menu. The first one is the holiday ham slider with pineapple relish, and I'm not gonna lie, my least favorite thing on this menu, actually, that liver pate might have been my least favorite. This is my second least favorite just because it was kind of dry and bland. I mean, I love holiday ham, so I was really excited for it, and then it just kind of like fell flat. But on the other hand, the holiday turkey slider was so good. It had cranberry sauce. It doesn't even have on here what it had on it, but it had cranberry sauce, stuffing, mashed potatoes. I mean, it was like a eat with your palms kind of sandwich. It was just oozing out. Definitely, maybe you get a lot of napkins, but so good. I think we all got the turkey slider at one point. You gotta go get it. Booth number 11 was Grandma's Recipes. And from that, we got the grilled chicken sausage. I didn't actually try that one. Kelvin did. He said it was really good. And then it also was the beef brisket with sugar glazed carrots. And that was delicious. That was really good. I like that a lot. And then the final booth was festive holiday extras, and that was Brussels sprouts and goat cheese with cranberries and bacon. That was so good. Sierra and I ordered one of those and shared it, and then she went back to go get another one. It was really, really, really delicious. And then cheesy scalloped potatoes. Those were also amazing. So those are all of the things we got at each of these booths. Everything was so good. Oh my god, I loved it. Festival of the Holidays is going on until January 7th, so if you can, get your butt there, and if you're an AP holder, get the Sip and Savor Pass because it's actually worth it this year. We made a killing on it. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Festival of the Holidays at California Adventure. This year, they really knocked it out of the park. I think every year they're getting better and better, figuring out pricing, what AP holders want out of this, and this year, I'm just very, very pleased, and if they continue this, I will be there like every weekend, every time they do this. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!
Dee's is extra magic moments. Dee's is extra magic moments.
I got a post notification from someone from a group I like, a famous person. It's fine. I'm going to tell you about this later. It's not really, I'm not ready to like let Disneydees YouTube channel know about the other aspects of my life. Eventually, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, things are going awry.
My friends, when can we do this again?